This is the Novelty Podcast.
Welcome all to the show. Back with another podcast. It's good to be back. Feels like it's forever between these podcasts. I don't know why. It's not really that long, but in a week, so much can happen. Got to start off on a somber note this time. I want to wish a prayer towards the family of rapper, entrepreneur, and philanthropist Nipsey Hussle. This is hard to talk about. Wasn't going to talk about it till I realized that, this is related to something that I'm passionate about. Years ago when I was in film school, I would argue with people about the validity of documentaries because you just I feel like it's propaganda, and it is, but it can be very useful. And the good thing about it is you can turn it off, so it can be very useful when it's serving its purpose properly. So I get wind that Nipsey Hussle was working on a documentary about a holistic doctor. Um, and it sucks, man. It sucks because it's not a lot of people out here who are trying to use documentaries as in a positive light. The documentary was about a trial. It wasn't even challenging any of the norms. I'm more so hurt that artist that was a complete artist, not just a rap artist. He used rap as a platform, and he used it to do something greater, to try to help people, and that's who he was. He helped people. But his past, our past got a way of hunting us. It got a way of not leaving us. He was still immersed in it. He was trying to help where he came from. Very noble, and he's a hero. He's getting a hero's memorial in cities far past where he's from. I seen a memorial of him in Houston. So the guy's influence is widespread and is deserved. But these type of things is just really hard to see because a lot of artists, they are abusing their reach. All they use their reach for is exploitation. Not a lot of people coming out here trying to really help people. I commend Nick Cannon for saying he'll pick up the mantle and finish the documentary. I wish that people like Nick Cannon was inspired by their own. It wouldn't take death for them to want to do something that would help people. But I still commend him. So, yeah, he was gonna make a documentary about the trial, and you got people coming out and they're talking about it's getting to that conspiracy level, and people are trying to say that he was killed because of the documentary. Small possibility is true, but there's a bigger possibility that we're using Nipsey Hussle's death to further deflect from some of the things that we need to be accountable for as a culture. This culture that killed Nipsey Hussle is the same culture that we're playing in our stereos, that we're playing in our cars, that we're dancing to at the club. This is the same damn culture. But when it kills one of ours, what do? We deflect. We make it about conspiracies. When will it change? When will it end? A great man died, and instead of trying to see what of his legacy that we can pick up and carry on, we're trying to blame shadow governments, pharmaceutical companies for his death. No, he was claimed by the streets. He was claimed by our culture. Now, granted, a lot of this died down after they actually found the suspect, and to this point, they've charged the suspect in the case. So now it's a little harder for us to try to sweep any accountability under the rug. But this is our culture, people. When you see that tape, you're seeing our culture play out. When you see that tape, when you see the footage, you're seeing countless rap songs that depict that very same thing. People getting killed over petty principles, petty street rules. It's been claiming our black men for decades. And now we want to blame it on a pharmaceutical company? No. No. How long? How long? When will we challenge ourselves to be better without blaming someone? Nipsey Hussle is a great man who was building a legacy and left a legacy, left a child behind. So I don't know what precedent we're setting for our children, that when somebody wants to turn their life around, but they're still immersed in a toxic culture and it claims their lives, that we can go and we can point and blame something else. No. Our culture took this man's life. So we can keep, and we probably will, we can keep perpetuating this culture that we live by, or we can challenge ourselves to be better. I'm really sad that this documentary didn't get made. I think it could have had impact. My life was changed by a documentary. I went vegan because of a documentary. Well, that started it. It's been a lot of stuff since then, a lot of research since then. But it was the catalyst for me going vegan. They can be powerful. And that could have changed somebody's life, and it can change. And if it changed one life, it's worth it. It's worth whatever he was going to have to do to get that thing produced. So as a film critic, as a film fan, not a film critic, but as a film fan, that's what it hurts the most. But I just want to say rest in power to Armayas Askadam. This is not easy. But possibly, maybe there can be growth from this. And that's all we can ask. So I don't know how you go from something that heavy to something that's dumb. It's this guy, Jesse Smollett.